Hey guys, I keep trying to tell y'all, these jobs ain't loyal. These jobs ain't loyal. It has happened again. Another big employer has laid off thousands of people and right before the holidays. Now, is it ever a good time to get laid off? Probably not. It's never a good time to get laid off, but the worst time to get laid off is right before the holidays. I mean, we are coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas, but they don't care. They don't care. They're laying off people anyway. By the way, I'm Shantae Charles. I teach moms how to make money independently of their jobs and how to master money management. Now let's get right into it. Jeep has laid off thousands of people, and they told them right before the holidays. There's this one man, he said he just began to cry when he learned of the layoff, excuse me. Let's get into it.
We are continuing to track a developing story. Cuts are coming to Toledo's Jeep plant and its suppliers.
As we have reported, more than 1,300 workers will be hit by these layoffs. Tonight, we are hearing from one man among hundreds scrambling to figure out what comes next.
I mean, it's family to me. It's been my family for the last, 12 years almost.
For the last decade, Paul Ripple has worked for Mobis on Stickney Avenue in Toledo.
Look at him
On
standing
November
there all
8th, he and
happy
his
and
fellow
proud.
employees got the notice. Come January, more than 1,100 workers would lose their job at the Jeep plant, and 210 Mobis workers would be permanently laid off.
I was mowing the grass. I came in one day and I saw the text message and there was a WARN notice. And I was like, I just felt my heart drop.
He says losing his job will be detrimental to his family and finances.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I can totally relate to what he's saying because my husband, he lost his job before he was laid off, and I was the I had an income, but I was making $12 an hour as a certified nursing assistant, and $12 an hour was definitely definitely was not going to keep our family afloat. It was not going to keep our family afloat. Um, but it's hard when you get laid off. It's really hard. It takes a toll on you financially, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck, which most Americans are. Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans were in debt, a lot of debt. We have car notes, um, but you never know when you're going to get laid off, and there is no loyalty in these jobs. The bottom line is if the company is not turning a profit, or if they feel like they want to keep more of the profits for the higher ups, the stakeholders and the shareholders, then they're going to begin to lay off people, the people that are on the front line, so to say. It's inevitable. There is no industry that is immune to getting laid off. It just happens. It is going to happen.
Like 4 weeks of sub pay and then you're completely done. It took me and my wife a long time to save up money. Now we're at this great point, and now for me, I might have to start over.
After 12 years of this guy working for the company, he's going to have to start over. That's why it's important that we get out of debt and stay out of debt, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring, what tomorrow holds. My husband and I, we were $30,000 in debt, and we made the decision to get out of consumer debt. One of the things that we decided is that, hey, we're going to get out of consumer debt, and we are going to do our best to, when we purchase a home, to have a mortgage payment that can be paid with one income. To be paid with one income. Doesn't matter how much the bank says we're approved for, but we're going to get a mortgage that we can pay on one paycheck and on one income. So that way, if one of us loses income, we'll still be able to maintain. We'll still be able to maintain.
Bruce Baumhauer, vice president for UAW Local 12, says the announcement came as no surprise. With the 11 plants under Local 12, about 8 have Jeep as their only customer.
And so when Jeep's down, they're down. So this is going to trickle through this community like crazy. And
Ripple says it's been a nightmare.
They're devastated. They're scared.
Now here's the thing. He says the union guy said it was inevitable. He saw it coming. But I wonder, did he tell his people? Did he tell the union members that, hey, get prepared because it's more than likely that you may get laid off, get another source of income, try to get out of debt? Or did he just say nothing and let his people just be out there? I'm just saying, if he felt that it was potentially coming, he should have warned his people and helped his people to prepare. Now, you can't make an adult do anything. All you can do is provide them with information and hope they use the information that you give them.
I mean, I've cried. I haven't slept in days. It's like, this is the only thing that's been on my mind.
And at this time, he says he hasn't heard anything else from Mobis.
They've all been quiet. I mean, we don't really know anything. We're just in the dark, just waiting for any kind of sign.
Baumhauer says no matter what happens, the union is going to do what it can to help soften the blow. However,
but our bigger goal is to get this turned around, get Jeep selling again, get Gladiator selling again.
Now, he's saying that the union's going to do what they can. Exactly, I would like for him to say exactly what are they going to do. I mean, you can't make the company do anything. You don't own the company. You are not in charge. What exactly is he going to do to get it turned around, to soften the blow? And listen, I was looking at, when I first came across the story, I was looking at the price of Jeep just out of curiosity, because I was looking at some other vehicles, just looking at vehicles in general. But then when I came across the story, I started looking at Jeep. First of all, their little ugly Wagoneer is almost $100,000. Who's paying that for a Jeep? Who is paying almost $100,000 for a Jeep? A Jeep Wagoneer, a Jeep, whatever it is, that's too much money for a Jeep. Second of all, with the cost of inflation, with inflation through the roof, the cost of groceries are as high as I don't know what. Everything, the price of everything is up. Who's actually purchasing these high priced vehicles when the average American is living paycheck to paycheck, when the average car note is $700? Who's doing that? So they should have been like, something is this, how long is this gonna last? And when they saw that production was down, they should have got a clue. Okay, let me get another stream of income going. Let me get some side hustles going. In the event that if I get laid off, it's not going to be that big of a blow to me financially. We have to quit just being passive. We got to stop being passive and take our financial future into our own hands, because these jobs ain't loyal. Not only are they laying off, but they're telling people right before the holiday season, like, again, there's no good time to get laid off. But I'm sure they knew months ago that they were going to lay off people. They knew months ago, and it's
Get everybody back to work.
That was Laura Sandlin reporting. In 2023, Mobis reported a new electric vehicle plant would be opened, with production initially set to start this past August. At this time, production has not started. Baumhauer says he hopes it opens in the new year and laid off workers can pick up a new position there.
Get Black Friday deals on.
It most likely is not gonna happen. Most likely not gonna happen. But either way, I would hope that those workers will get a clue and take their financial future into their own hands, because these jobs ain't loyal. They're not loyal to anyone but the stakeholders and the stockholders. The people that are on the front line making those vehicles, they don't really care about them. That's the bottom line. They're the last priority on the totem pole. So I want to implore you that if you are in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, get out of debt. Get out of debt. Write down everybody you owe and start paying your consumer debt off. Get out of debt. Get an additional stream of income. If you're married, try to live on one income. Now, I know everything is expensive. It may be hard for some people to live on one income, depending on how much you or your spouse make, and depending on how much your house is, or your mortgage, or your rent. But if you're not able to live on one stream of income and you're married, this may sound rude and you may take it the wrong way, but you got to up your income so that you will be able to live on one income. Then you have to get an additional source of income. The days of having one source of income is financial suicide, and you're playing Russian roulette with your financial future, and you're going to find yourself behind the 8 ball one day. Get out of debt, people. Now, if you want to get into an industry that is recession resistant, senior care is it. Senior care is a $400 billion industry. And by the year 2030, there are going to be over 70 million baby boomers in America. You know, the older people get, the more likely they are going to need assistance with activities of daily living. And that's where you come in. You can get a piece of the $400 million pie. How? By starting your own non-medical in-home care agency. Do you need medical experience as a nurse, certified nursing assistant, medical doctor? No, you don't need any of that, because what you're going to do is you're going to be the owner of the non-medical in-home care agency, and you are going to hire and send people out into the homes of seniors to help them remain independent and out of the nursing home. And the good news about that is that Medicaid will pay you to help keep seniors out of the nursing home. So if you're looking for another source of income and you want to get into something that is recession resistant, get into the senior care business. Go to my website, charlesbusinessacademy.com, and check out Home Care 101. That's a free webinar that will give you information on the profitability of owning a non-medical in-home care agency. Again, the website is Charles Business Academy. Check out the free webinar, Home Care 101. Until next time, be blessed and a prosperous future to you.